Another awesome sponsor is back, and that's Wetsuit Warehouse. Ladies and gentlemen, cold water sucks. Wetsuit Warehouse is the leading retailer of wetsuits and neoprene accessories for obstacle racing. You can shop over 25,000 wetsuits, boots, gloves, and hoods to keep you on course. Expert service is available by phone, email, or live chat on weekdays. We got a new discount code, customers, for 2018. It's ORM15 off. That's the new code, ORM15 off. Visit wetsuitwarehouse.com for all your wetsuit needs. Guess what? It's not just WTM. You got 6 toughest events this year. You got all kinds of Ultra Beasts this year. Maybe you're going to go to Iceland again. You're going to need Wetsuit Warehouse. Check out the all-new Hyperflex Viral in their long line of affordable and stretchy wetsuits. Remember, folks, ORM15 off for wetsuitwarehouse.com. That's wetsuitwarehouse.com. You didn't think I was going to skip that, did you? wetsuitwarehouse.com.
Yeah! Get up!
Welcome to the Obstacle Racing Media Podcast with Matt B. Davis.
With over 300 episodes since 2012, Matt has produced the most consistent podcast in OCR.
Each episode, Matt speaks with race directors, athletes, and industry insiders to bring you the most in-depth interviews and conversations in the world of obstacle racing,
adventure runs, and ultra marathons. If you have small children nearby, now is the time to put on some headphones
or send them off to watch Phineas and Ferb, as there are occasionally 4-letter words,
which are not bleeps. Now, here is your host.
Now here is your goddamn host.
Now here's your host, fucking Matt B. Davis.
Good day, everyone. Welcome back to the Obstacle Racing Media Podcast. I'm your host, Matt B. Davis, episode 320-something, I believe. What do we want to do first? Let's welcome a new Patreon member, Kim DeVos. Welcome to the club. Patreon members get really cool stuff. Did I mention we just mailed out a bunch of shoes? That was pretty awesome. We got some other really cool gifts. I can see right here a box of stuff, and I don't want to say what's in it because it's going to be fun to give the stuff away. But because I get a fair amount of stuff from people, I can give it to you. And now I can make specific requests for sponsors to give stuff to you. It's going to be great. Join Patreon. Give as little as $1 a month. I want to remind you, my amazing 29 Experience podcast is coming. I know I told you, many of you, that it was coming maybe this week, and it probably will be. But I had a very impromptu conversation at Tough Mudder this weekend. We'll get to that in a minute. Also, I talked to Patrick Hansel about some OCRWC completion numbers. That's going to be a podcast. But on today's program, Tough Mudder, Georgia 2018. Now, every year I do a lot of obstacle races, and I don't do all of them, but the ones that get circled on the calendar right away are typically Spartan and Mudder, right? Now, for years, they were in the spring. April, May, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, boom, like clockwork. Now they moved them to the fall. So Spartan is this weekend coming up, but Tough Mudder was this past weekend. And as badly as I wanted to do another lap, because I believe I talk about in the show, I'm in no man's land. I've done like in the teens of Mudders, and I want to get to 25. That's kind of the big next one for me to get to. Get that cool 25X headband. I'm in the low teens, so it can happen for me. Especially knock out a Saturday and a Sunday, right? But my knee's still a little bit bothering me. I took my wife's advice. She said, just stay off it. And she was right, because by Sunday, I did a joggy around the neighborhood, and it felt back to being good. But here's the point about Tough Mudder, Georgia. I went having no idea what I was going to get for content. I did not expect to see Nolan or Eli. I was told they weren't there. I wasn't getting up super early to get the tougher people. I was just going to walk around and kind of see what happened. And it kind of turned out great. So much like the Rugged Maniac episode, it's, dare I say, random, but less interviews. Longer interviews, less interviews than the Rugged Maniac. But you are going to hear from, and we will introduce them. We're going to start with Nolan. I saw him as soon as I got there. We took a little ATV ride over the new obstacle, Hyd-Ra-Phobia. We'll link that video for you. Then we being me and Jackson, by the way, my 9-year-old son, in case you don't know who he is, you'll hear him on the show. Then we made our way over to the start line to talk to one Sean Corvelle. We had a couple chats with him, but while we were up there, people kept coming up. So Andi Hardy and Matt Waller make a surprise appearance. Rhiannon Gerald makes a surprise appearance. Then I started walking around the festival area and walked over to the Jack Link's tent. Then I ran into 3 folks who are bringing us the Tough Mudder BootCamp in Charlotte. That ended up being a really long chat that went on for a while. And then the one, the only Francis Lackner, a.k.a. Santa's Little Helper. I was really glad I saw him. So it's a great day at the Mudder, and I hope you enjoy it. Away we go. Jackson, you want to describe where we are to everybody? Describe where we are.
The Mudder.
I know, but what do you see? Describe the scene.
There's a bunch of cars, and there's 6,000 people.
That's your whole description?
And there's obstacles like Hyd-Ra-Phobia. It was like Arctic something, then the monkey bars.
How would you describe the vibe here today?
It's okay, I guess.
Calm-ish, isn't it? Calm-ish?
Yeah.
Could you describe this thing right here?
Pretty tall, scary. And it gives me claustrophobia.
All right, let's go talk to Nolan Kombol. All right, first question. Nolan Kombol, first question. Is it legal to climb on those middle things?
It's not legal to climb on those middle things.
How about coming the other... By the way, it should be a net on both sides, right?
There should be. Yeah.
All right. So
that definitely looks like a miss, but good call. Good call. I'm glad.
I saw people climbing the middle things, and I was like, I don't think you're supposed to do that.
Well, this is not open right now.
No, but I mean during the event.
During the event.
Like at World's Toughest, I see people like, but you're not supposed to go up those.
No, you could do that.
Oh, you can't.
I thought you meant right now without the net. What? You were looking at it. You said, can you climb on those? No. With the net, you could use any part of the net, including the part of the net that's over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what this little piece of cement reminds me of in Vegas, though?
Well, you can tell me what it reminds you of, and I'll tell you what it is, but you go first.
It reminds me of Way Too Tough.
Oh, yeah, this would be a good spot for it, actually.
Right?
Yeah.
Later, you turned it into, I think, Operation, maybe?
I think they were on course at the same time, but yeah, Way Too Tough was the first kind of mental challenge obstacle, and then we got Operation on board. But I want to say there's a year we ran both.
I think so too.
But yeah, this is a good pad for it.
What is it now? A helicopter pad?
No, it's actually it's kind of interesting, unique to this venue because they do a lot of movie sets out here.
Right.
So this is where they shot Black Panther, and there's a scene in the movie in Black Panther where I think the ship comes down, they land on the pad, and this is kind of where they do all the formal like blah blah blah,
right,
big meetings over all the lands, and this is the set.
Jackson, can you believe this? We're in Wakanda.
There it is.
That's not even the Wakanda thing.
Yeah, if you do you know what just happened, Jackson? What did you do, Jackson?
What was the first thing you did?
What?
You know what
put
that's
your
called?
arms. What did you do?
That's Wakanda Forever. What was the first thing you did? You know what that's called?
Dab.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know how hip you were.
Come on. I'm pretty hip.
Okay, all right.
Grew up on the West Coast. We're hip or hippie? No, we're hippies.
Okay, here's a question for you. Did you buy a lottery ticket last night?
I've never bought a lottery ticket in my life.
I am not the type that ever buys it. It is up to $1 billion with a B, so I bought 2.
Okay, double your chances. Is
well,
that how that works?
And now nobody won, so it's 1.6.
Oh boy.
So I think I might purchase an obstacle race or 2 if I win that much money.
I would say it's a great investment. Go for it.
I would hire you first. I would put you in charge of a lot of things. Whatever you do now, I'd put you like one level up.
Oh man, there's no level up
for you. That's it.
This is peak. I've peaked.
Can we describe how beautiful this is though? Right now, can you sort of describe the scene here?
So, one of the benefits of the Atlanta venue is they've got tons of rolling hills, which gives you kind of a good line of sight to different areas of the property, and we're kind of on a perch above the village area, so we can kind of see the start line going on. We could see the finish coming in. We could hear my radio calls coming in.
Good check.
We could see pretty much all the main areas of the venue from up here. And for World's Toughest, they'll be up here getting even a little bit higher than this, so the view will be that much better.
Right. So we are bringing back what do you call this? Giant A-frame? Is it called giant A-frame?
Well, it depends when you're releasing this.
Oh, well, I mean, is that a big secret? I mean, all these people are here seeing it, right?
Yeah, they don't know its final form.
Oh, okay.
It might change a little bit. The name might be different.
It
may or may not be part of 2019's menu.
Ultra A. That's what Jackson wants to call it.
It may come off the World's Toughest menu and make its way into the regular Tough Mudder menu.
Oh, okay. See, I wasn't even asking that. I was just... So first of all, here come a bunch of runners. This is exciting. Always fun to have to start uphill. Jackson, go clap for him.
Yeah, we've got a start wave coming right at us, which is a great view.
Right?
Yeah. I really wish we had some sort of water cannon that we could kind of start spraying at the top of the hill and just make this a little trickier. We'd have some issues. It seems
that the water cannon has gone away. I don't think the water cannon doesn't exist anymore, I feel like.
It exists. It's a tough feature to have on the course because you really got to have the right ground for it and the right venue. And the right conditions, because if you run that thing too long, you run into some pretty big safety issues. So it's a lot of fun in bursts.
Do you know what water cannon I will never forget? I think we've talked about this before, but good old I can't think of the name of it, but the Colorado 2012. No, the Colorado 2012, and there was like a snow thing that was there, and then you added the water cannon on top of it. So
it was a half pipe that we had water cannon spraying down through like a section of half pipe as you ran up that we used to call the gauntlet.
Okay, but you know what I'm talking about? Because I have a picture of it somewhere.
Or were you talking about the net?
I'm talking about there was a hill you went up, kind of like this, but then at one point there was like snow there because you either had put it there or it was there, and then you were also spraying us with water.
Yeah, that gauntlet.
All right, I don't have my map. That's why now I always bring a map home so I can know these things.
From 2012.
Yes.
You'd have that?
Well, I didn't, but that's why I now bring them every time. Gotcha. Number one, it helps.
Well, I've got it all locked up here. I know that course. It is locked up here.
Okay, do you remember what the elevation gain was from that course?
Oh, thanks. I could probably...
Do you have, like, Rain Man kind of qualities?
No, not even close.
But you do remember...
I do remember. Course layouts I remember. Obstacles... For whatever reason, I think whatever happens in my future in life, one of the things I'll be able to take away is a pretty intimate knowledge of random venues around the U.S. You spend so much time with it, thinking about it, that you remember why and how you laid stuff out. It's not really like the exact order, but you kind of know, like, I remember what we did here, and it's more of a rhythm that you put on the course.
Right.
So you remember what was there, but yeah.
But, let's go back to Way Too Tough really quickly. Super original obstacle.
Yeah.
And we only saw it that one time. It's a super cool one.
Yeah, I mean, it got mixed reviews.
Mental
I liked it.
and physical,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It got mixed reviews?
Yeah, it did. It really did.
Like, people said they hated it?
Some people, yeah.
Do they hate it because it was tough, or they think it doesn't belong, or... Because you can hate something, I hate that, it sucked, but you like it.
Yeah, I know that, like, if we got rid of stuff that everybody hated, then electroshock would be gone.
Right.
So it's that right...
I was going to say Shocks and the Rocks.
Yeah, well, see, that was a tough call to make, because, like, do you hate it, or do you hate it?
Right.
And that tipped just barely over the line of, I hate it.
Right.
I hate it. So we got a few I hate it's, and not from the challenge. It was more like, this was complicated. There was some errors in the judging. There was some inconsistencies. I don't like having that stuff out there. As fun as it is for World's Toughest, it's got to be pretty bulletproof operationally.
Meaning your staff didn't know the right amounts? Even when you say it was too...
I'm not clear on exactly what happened out there. There was enough complaints coming back on either side that I thought, well, let's keep it open. Let's run it as best we can. Think about it for next year. If we've got something better to put in there, maybe we will.
Here's what I definitely remember about that as well, is that was, I think, the first time you guys did a Friday night dinner where you did some, like, reveals, and you revealed that and said, you're going to want to know what these things weigh. Yeah. So I Googled them. And I was a person that, like, helped other people that day when they were like, what do I do? And I was like, we measured this last night. And then I think I asked Pac just to confirm, because he's an engineer and super smart. But since then, I always made the pre-night dinner because if I was running, because that was a big reveal.
Yeah.
I don't think you've revealed anything that big since, though.
Yeah, I think the Friday night dinners are part and part a community gathering. kind of part of a 2019 launch moment, introducing some of the new obstacles.
Right.
I think this year's World's Toughest, you could expect a lot more out of the kind of Friday briefing session that we'll go through. The course this year has a lot of surprises on it. The format's going to be run a little bit different. It's exciting. It's going to be a little more challenging from like the route planning perspective. There's going to be some elements that are similar to...
You can ask. If you have a question, go ahead.
Similar to...
We're here to serve.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Where's Hyd-Ra-Phobia?
Hyd-Ra-Phobia, no problem. It's right behind you.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
It's over there.
It happens.
Right.
I'm a walking map
Right.
for venues from 2012.
Exactly.
But yeah, so things like Golden Carabiner, options to have access to different course options. So I think it'll kind of play that same sort of mental game of when do I run, how do I run, and when do I want to make some choices.
Well,
and we'll go through all that on the Friday.
No, I'm sure you will. So this idea of let's roll out some cool stuff, let's beta test ahead of time, let's roll out some cool stuff, and then that becomes the 2019 thing, seemed to be great, but then for whatever reason, it was like, okay, we're not going to do that for 2018. We're just going to launch things in January. And I don't know, do you remember why you wanted to do that? I mean, now that last year,
I understand, yeah.
Last year there wasn't, here's a bunch of new obstacles at World's Toughest. It was, don't worry, you'll get those in January.
Right.
So do you know why you did that? Because now you're going back to what we like.
Yeah, so I think this year, I might have misspoke. Like, I think in past years, we used it as 2019 launch. I think we'll do a mix of that this year. The hard part with World's Toughest, and the reason we didn't do it fully last year, and why we might not do it fully this year, is whatever we beta, or what we think makes it through beta, we like to include in World's Toughest in one form or another. So whether that's more of a World's Toughest unique feature that's built just for that event, or it's a Tough Mudder weekend obstacle that might be ramped up for World's Toughest, if we're testing 15 obstacles and we want to get 12, 13 of those into the 2019 menu, we might have 15 all at World's Toughest, and even at World's Toughest, still kind of be undecided of what we want to carry into 2019. So we don't want to commit to all the stuff that we want to plan there until we kind of see it at World's Toughest, because it still might be in the stage of, it's a toss-up of which one we want to go with, and then we'll decide after that. So World's Toughest is kind of the second proving ground for some of these features.
And from your chat with Will, that I'm trying not to take personally, you talked to him first, you said, I think last year when we talked, it kind of missed the mark, maybe for you guys, that it was sort of like, it swung too hard, 12 hours in, 12 hours out, like the first part was quote unquote too easy, the second part was maybe, so like this part, it's going to have just more turning off and on rather than massive swings.
More turning off and on. Overall, I think there's more obstacle options that'll be turned off and on to balance kind of the difficulty, so it's not like, oh, I'm doing a lot of running sections without obstacles right off the bat, and then it gets really heavy towards the back end of the day. I know that opening the cliff really swayed the balance of difficulty for that event, or for Las Vegas in particular. I think it'll be more balanced this year, but a more constant challenge, I'd say, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and I think that's the word, that with consistency was sort of the word. Now, again, at the end of the day, it's a 24-hour race. It's effing hard.
Yeah.
So, and it's not going to be, perfect-ish.
Well, I don't think anybody's run is ever perfect, with or without the full number of obstacles. There's lots of things that, that might throw off your experience anyways, but I think we've got a pretty big stock of obstacles out here, a lot of them coming out of beta, and we'll kind of change up the course approach quite a bit. So
yeah, I think that might be it for now. I mean, we'll maybe talk more in a couple weeks.
Yeah. Happy to talk on the run-up to World's Toughest. If there's anything else that pops up, maybe talk about some of the athletes.
We can do that.
And we can go from there. I saw you on Mutter Nation Live the other day, kind of do the first intro. I've got some thoughts, but we could take it for another time. Happy to talk.
We could talk. I mean, unless you're in a hurry.
Well, I should be getting back down to the event.
Okay, let you do your thing.
But yeah, if we want to set up a phone call, we'll get me, you, Eli on the horn. We'll
in person is so much better, though.
I know. This
all right, let's talk.
This is great. This is borderline romantic, man.
Let's talk.
This is borderline romantic. We're on a hill.
I know. This is gorgeous.
Like, oh man, the sun's coming out. There's rainbows.
Well, listen. Next week. All right, Sean.
Mini Mutter?
He did it, and he did not quit. There was 4 laps. He didn't quit.
Mini Mutter,
I told him you got to wear it to represent, but he's got his own thing. These guys going out for second lap. Looks like. So tell me, it's actually perfect. So tell me what it's like. This guy comes up to you and says, "Hey, crown me." Like, tell me what that's like for you. I watched you do it.
Cool. One, I don't call it a crowning like this gentleman's doing. We call it placing. This is not about royalty or anything.
Okay, good call.
Yes, and I am so friggin' honored because these guys inspired the hell out of me. So anytime anybody asks me to do that, and I would say to anyone out there, quick, not just about me, whoever got you to this 10, whoever got you to this milestone, have them place it on you like that, man.
Well, now I'm
that's
going to cry because that's his dad, and now you're making me want to cry, man.
Yeah.
Are you going to cry? Brett's too tough to cry. Do you not get a little misty right there? No, not at all.
It's the rain.
All right, I'm gonna let you do your thing.
Yes.
So by the way, where's your tent?
They had to take it down.
I figured as much. I figured you got ratted out on. All right, do your thing, and then I'm gonna talk to you some more.
Okay.
Doesn't crowning also mean something weird, like with a vagina? Like when the baby comes out the wrong way?
That's why I say placing it.
And I think you're right. I think crowning is like, right, it's not about royalty.
No.
We're just out here doing our thing.
It's about these people reaching their milestones.
All right.
Being awesome.
All right.
Okay, so I need somebody to video this for me.
I will. You want vertical or horizontal?
Yeah, let's do vertical. That one. No, horizontal.
You said vagina.
My knee is tweaked from that thing last weekend, which, by the way, I forgot your damn sticks. Tell them we were a few minutes away, and I was like, damn it. You going to be here tomorrow? No. Are you going to be here for obstacle testing?
I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
Just come with me. Do you want to do it? Sure. I got to say, first time mutters, a ton of hands went up. That's awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
That is awesome.
We've been getting that a lot today. Man.
That is good for us, good for the sport, right?
Yeah, I agree, man. OCR is growing, so that's good to see.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Did you get them singing the national anthem?
I did. That was pretty awesome. I told you don't remember, when I first interviewed you, my wave, you were like, all right, we're going to do the national anthem. You're like, no, screw it. We're going to sing it. And, like, it was, like, the best way to kick off. It was the best way to kick off my, like, I was scared out of my mind. It was freezing. It was that 28-degree day. I'm telling you, it was awesome. It was awesome.
Yeah, it feels so good, man. Especially when you stand in the middle of them all.
Right? Just get those goosebumps?
Yeah.
All right, we're being interrupted by OCR legend and OCR... A word I can't use because it's not proper to say. Let's just say special. So
Santa's coming up on his season.
Tell everybody.
Good to see you.
Tell everybody who you are.
I'm Andi Hardy, the Queen of Green.
Santa. So this is lap number 2?
Yes.
Are you in WTM training mode?
Possibility.
What's the WTM?
World's toughest mutter.
I've never done a tough mutter. This will be my first tough mutter.
You've done a tougher mutter, but not a tough mutter?
I've done a tougher, a toughest, a world. I've never done a tough mutter.
So you
I've never done a regular one. This is my first one. I'm so excited.
You don't know if you're doing worlds in a couple weeks?
I know whether or not I'm doing it.
Matt Waller's making weird faces at me.
I don't know if he is.
Hey, it's right here in this place, in this property, and that obstacle is one of them.
That's right. Hey, Matt Waller.
Yes, sir.
I got to Vermont. I got to tell you how cool it was. The first person I saw was a big old gauntlet sweater. That was pretty dope, right?
That's legit. That's right. You know what? I saw her at a hurricane heat.
Can you use your regular language, not your redneck accent? I can't hear you.
I saw her at a hurricane heat. It was in Spartan, and she was legit. It was a 4 or 5 hour hurricane heat I was leading. She was tough as nails.
Yeah.
So she came down and she rocked it down there also. So, kudos to her. But what event was it? I don't even know what it was.
It's called 29029. You go up this mountain 17 times, and that's the equivalent of Everest.
About that. How was that?
It was awesome. It's actually a lot like World's Toughest because you're out there with this small group of people, and some are better than you, some are not better than you, but we're all in the same thing together. You know what I mean? Kind of vibe. This guy Jesse Itzler. He's married to the Spanx lady. That's how a lot of people know him. Anyhow, what are you up to, dude? Now that you're here, I'm putting you on the mic. What are you up to lately, dude?
I'm just hanging out, getting ready for the gauntlet.
When's the next gauntlet?
Martin Luther King weekend.
I owe you a volunteer because you came and sort of volunteered for me one time, so I told you I would do it for you.
You need to come down and just check it out.
I mean, I'm not gonna do it.
No,
that's not really my jam.
Just look at it. Trust me, if you saw some of the stuff that was going on, it's incredible.
How many minutes drive from Atlanta is it?
Maybe an hour 15.
All right. I'll bring Jackson. We'll hang out.
I'll throw you in a tent.
Really?
We got nice little canopy tents. We'll put you in.
All right.
I'm not gonna cook for you or anything, but.
All right. Well, good talking to you.
Definitely.
Okay, I'm standing here with
Rhiannon Gerald,
AKA.
Oh really?
Oh really?
Oh really?
And what is your job here today?
I am the DJ when we have power.
Is he the rapper?
He's the MC, yes.
But come on, you know that reference? I'm the DJ, he's the rapper?
That is Fresh Prince?
That's correct.
Yes.
Now, will you be running World's Toughest?
No.
Will you be pitting or volunteering for World's Toughest?
Yes, I will be. Yes, I will.
Okay.
I'll be volunteering. I just don't know where I'm going to be yet.
Can you do the speech by now? Do you know the speech?
I do know the speech. I can do about 75% of it.
Okay, what songs are you playing? When they go off, what song do you play?
I just did Jump Around by House of Pain.
What's this time around going to be?
I may do Crisscross Jump to kind of keep the jump theme going for this wave. Yeah, don't go in the water if you can't swim.
If you can't swim,
don't go in the water.
Don't go in the water.
Exactly. If you can't swim,
don't go. Now you see it every time.
Yes.
I was at Savage the other week. People jumping off that, what do you call it?
Oh,
Davy Jones?
Davy Jones, yes.
I'm watching people struggle.
Yeah, and see, I don't even try. So I just sit there and I watch the people jump in and say, oh, that looks cute.
So are you trying to say that you're living up the stereotype?
I am. Especially with these tracks in my hair. I'm not getting in the water. Sorry.
How's the Jack Links?
The Jack Links are awesome. I would probably recommend the teriyaki. Teriyaki's the best.
I'm going to try the teriyaki.
And there's Gormers over there manning that. So
Gormers are manning the Jack Links tent. I feel like maybe at the next race we're going to have a lot of.
Yeah,
right.
A lot.
Now, why aren't you at terrain race today?
Because I decided to come here instead.
And because terrain race is hot garbage?
No, actually, terrain would have been better for me because it's closer to home. Terrain is probably 10 minutes from home.
You live Lake Lanier?
Yeah, live up there now. Yeah, and this is an hour and a half.
But have you not heard about terrain race?
I did terrain in June.
And what did you think?
You
can be honest.
You get what you pay for.
Would it be safe to say they're the Spirit Airlines of OCR?
I would say a cross between Spirit and Frontier. If anybody knows about Frontier, okay.
All right. Well, let's enjoy. Give me your best.
Exactly. But no, it's actually.
Hang on. I want to hear this part. And that's going to make us all better. I hope they heard that. Nobody's better than your best.
Mm-hmm. And we're all a team.
No, wait. No. You messed up the speech. No one is better than your best. What is it? Damn it. I said it yesterday. Nobody's better than your best. And that's going to make us all better. Yes. You give me that, I'll see you at the finish line. That's fucking inspiring. Okay?
And they're doing this.
Now they're singing this national anthem. That's not where your heart is. She's got her hand over her heart, but she's doing it on the wrong side.
Heart is more here. Central.
You can feel it.
No, I don't have a heart, so it's kind of hard to find it.
You know what? This it's probably killing me. That stupid generator. These guys are not as good at singing as the last group. Gave proof. Not a little bit. With that music. And it's ATL. Crisscross is ATL.
3, 2, 1, go!
What's funny is the longer the waves come in, the later waves, look at the clothing people are wearing.
Oh, no, of course. The newbies.
It is so great. Basketball shorts, cotton t-shirts. Love it. I'm waiting for the raw nipples.
Let's talk about this.
You're Mr. Dunkin' Donuts, so how do you feel about this?
No, I call it dunks anyway.
Dunks, okay.
So I'm fine just going to I'm fine.
Okay.
I don't need donuts.
Okay, you don't need donuts?
I don't even eat the donuts. My son does. I don't
you're
eat
the coffee guy.
I'm the coffee guy.
You're the coffee guy.
All right, let's go talk to Sean one more time.
Okay.
All right, tell everybody what your name is.
My name is DeLeon. I'm here at Tough Mudder 2018 in Atlanta. And I'm here with Matt at the Jack Links sponsorship.
What happens if I get to the top? What do I get?
You will get beef jerky, and you get a.
But I'm already eating beef jerky.
Okay, but there's only been 10 people that have actually finished
this. Wow! How many people have gotten that close?
Maybe 20%.
It's the last percent that's hard, right?
Yes. And
oh!
Great job.
Boo! Boo!
I don't want to follow that up.
Dude, you look strong and you didn't make it. I'm not even going to try now. You look buff. And you got a cool, like, Miami Vice beard. That gives you power. Oh! There's a shower thing. Over there it says, what does it say?
Yes, the bag drop-off, restrooms, and shower area.
How many of these do you think I can get?
I think you can do it. I think you can do it all the way.
You have to have good, what do you call this, core? And I don't have a good core.
Upper body strength, a lot of rocking movement.
He's going to make it, this guy.
I think so. You can do it. Come on. It has been
raining look at that
today.
Swing. He's got it. All right, nice job. 3 more. What happens? Oh, boo. Boo. I mean, good job. Good job. Jackson is clapping while I'm booing. Jackson, good job, dude. All right, what else do you want to say about Jack Links?
Jack Links is amazing. It's got full of protein. It's 100% beef, and it's going to give you energy while you're on course. So absolutely come out and grab
What time will you be running today?
I am volunteering today.
You're not running afterwards?
I am not running.
What are you going to do with the free race that you earned?
I'm going to run next year, 2019.
Okay. What if we're dead before it gets back here?
No, it's okay.
Oh!
Are you okay?
Nice job, sir. Nice try. What if a nuclear war happens?
Oh, no. Well, then the zombie apocalypse.
Oh, gosh.
All right, well, nice chatting with you.
Nice chatting with you, Matt.
All right, so we'll start with your name. That's the easy part.
Britt Canady.
Lorraine Keifer.
We can't hear you that far away. I'm just going to talk. If you want to come over here.
They're the driving force. So you get this person here. She is like a 30-year...
What is your name?
Andrea Logan.
And?
Lorraine Keifer.
Who invited who into this endeavor?
This is my brother, and he gave me a call and said, I want to open a fitness gym. And since I've been in the fitness industry for over 25 years...
Do you even lift, bro?
I do lift. I do.
Have you ever lifted competitively?
CrossFit.
Yeah?
Yeah, I competed. I was ranked 3rd in North Carolina.
Get out!
Yes.
Get out!
Yeah, and 35th in the world 4 years ago.
So did you go to regionals?
No, they didn't have regionals then when I first started. I had a CrossFit box. I owned a CrossFit box in North Carolina.
Right. Have you ever spoken with Greg Glassman?
No, I haven't.
Dave Castro?
Yes, Dave, I have.
Okay. Yeah. How did that go?
He's Dave. I'm just going to say that, okay?
All right. Well, listen, we speak pretty freely. It's totally cool.
Okay.
You can say, I'm just sort of fascinated. Yeah. I've dabbled like in the cross world. I don't know a lot. Okay. Do you watch the games every year?
I do, and I've been to the games when they were in California. I didn't miss a year.
But then why didn't you want to go to Minnesota?
I don't want to go to Minnesota.
Why not? It's in the summer.
No. California was the hub for it.
Right.
It's a vacation spot for people to come to.
But you understand that things have to change sometimes?
They do have to change. But now I'm into the Tough Mudder BootCamp. I've left the CrossFit world.
Completely. Okay, how did you get into this?
So I'm Britt's wife, and we got...
So it's a family affair.
Family affair. We got attracted. We're thinking about fitness for a long time and just found Tough Mudder through, I'd say, serendipity, several people, and Andrea obviously mentioned it. So we went up to headquarters in Brooklyn and talked to management, and we just fell in love with it.
Did they make you a sweet deal?
No, there's
no. They did not make me a sweet deal. Okay. Do you plan on just opening one or more than one?
Multiple locations would be our goal.
Okay. So, are you talking to someone in Atlanta? Because if you're in Charlotte, obviously, like Atlanta is like the next closest big city.
Well, I'm not corporate, so I'm just a franchisee. We're just a franchisee.
Right.
Yep, but I have spoken to someone interested in Atlanta who, oddly, I knew through another friend. So there is someone who is seriously considering Atlanta.
And we know that she was Miss Fitness USA a few years ago. What were you doing in the world?
I was her younger brother.
But what were you doing, though?
He used to run. Actually, I recruited him. He was one of my teams at my CrossFit box, and we took first place in a obstacle course.
Yeah.
So that's
what else? What else besides that?
Law and banking.
Law and banking.
Correct. Yes.
Which I think is a good prep for this, right?
It's very natural.
Well, at least when they showed you the contract, you had a clue.
Yes.
So
I know how to do math.
So I'm guessing you got a decent deal then.
We did the normal deal, but we ran the math, and it's.
Well, what good are you as a lawyer if you can't cross some shit out?
I did. I crossed a ton of shit out.
Okay, good. That's all I wanted to know. Okay. See, you guys can get real with me. You can get real with me. And what about you? Banking.
So business background, went to business school, so.
Did you guys meet at the Wharton Business School?
We did not.
Where did you meet?
We met in Charlotte a long time ago.
You're not going to say where?
No.
If it was online, that's okay. It's okay to say that. You guys are old enough to remember when it was like we met online and you didn't want to tell anybody? But nowadays, that's all these kids do with the online.
We met in person.
Okay.
She clearly must have been inebriated when she met me because I have no idea how I was able.
But don't we all feel that way? Like here's the thing, like when guys used to say, wow, you really married up, and I used to think they were kidding for like the first 5 years. And then I started saying it to other people and I was like, oh, I mean it when I say it, so they must mean it when they say it to me.
I will tell you this. Every time I introduce her as my wife,
people say,
you outkicked your yardage.
Right, that's what we say. We outkicked your coverage is the term. Do you even watch football? Do you even football, sir?
Sorry, coverage.
You have a football team.
Yes, we do.
Do you know the name of the starting quarterback?
No. Yes, of course I do.
Do you know the name of the backup quarterback?
Who is our backup quarterback?
I live in L.A. right now, so.
That's why you're bummed it's not in L.A.? Do you think the Chargers belong in L.A., or should they go back to San Diego?
I think they need to stay in San Diego.
Yeah, I think so too. Are you a Rams fan?
No, actually, I am a Panthers fan because I am from North Carolina.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about because clearly, like, gyms, there's always stuff going on. There's always new trends, et cetera, et cetera. What about this made you want to kind of get on board?
You know, what we thought was a big...
Now that I've goofed around for like 10 minutes, I eventually get around to an actual question.
What we thought was a big differentiator is, kind of like the Tough Mudder concept is all collaborative, right? So you're going to come to the gym, get a great workout, but it'll be fun. And, people will high-five each other. You'll be working in teams, so there's 6 stations, and it's a 45-minute workout. So it's really more than you want to come in, you want to see people. We're going to have teams. We're going to compete out, do boot camps outside. So not only will it be a great workout, but it'll be fun.
Community-based, bringing the community together. Because, when you go into a Globo gym, you walk in, they don't give a shit if you show up or not.
Nope.
But when you have a community and you start missing, that community starts reaching out to you. Man, where you been?
Right.
And let's say, you know how CrossFit works. One thing about a community, if someone gets injured in your community, you always reach out.
You care.
Yes, you care.
All you have to do is go look at Everest and the wall, how people help each other get out. So,
now, can I give you a small marketing tip?
Please.
Do you have an email address? Do you know what it is? What is it?
expireschool@gmail.com.
Okay, there you go.
He's going to give us a quick marketing tip.
Quick marketing.
I'm still not clear who you are.
I know, right? I think this random guy with a phone.
Yeah, and he's going to use this. He's going to slice it. Next thing you know, we're going to say we eat babies.
No,
he's going to put that out.
No, if it's one thing I'm famous for, it's actually not editing very much.
How was it?
It is
wait,
with OCRs.
He's going to be doing the boot camp in New Jersey. I just met him today.
You're opening the New Jersey? Oh, come on over and say hello. Tell me your name.
Alex.
That's it? Just Alex?
Alex Humanic.
And you're opening now currently there's one where's the closest one? Is the one in New England?
New England, absolutely.
When is yours open?
We're just signing the franchise agreement on Monday.
Okay, and how many are you going to open?
So far, one.
Okay, and you made friends with these guys?
Absolutely. We talked to Britt, and he convinced us to actually move forward with it.
Community base.
This can go super well for you or horribly wrong. Yeah. I was about to give a free marketing tip. Okay, you ready for it? Just for all of you. Now, I'm like underneath this. I'm guessing you're pretty buff.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I would lose the sweatshirt.
Like right now?
Not this second.
It's cold.
She was cold.
Yeah.
She didn't have it till this morning.
It was cold. Do you see where we are? We're at the Tough Mudder.
I just left 80-degree weather in LA.
You show off the guns, we're like, wow, that lady's got some freaking guns. I want some of that.
Here's what
I do.
I mean, I can tell because,
Yes, I actually do.
This guy, Dad Bod, you want him somewhere else. You want him crunching the numbers somewhere, right?
It's not that bad, but
that's why we're getting them. I got a little bit to lose too.
No, you're okay. At least he's muddy. And are those Mudgear socks?
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you a Mudgear fan? I want to give Mudgear a shout out.
I am a Mudgear fan. Really good.
Okay, tell them why Mudgear is so awesome.
Really holds up in the mud, cleans off well, and you can use it for multiple races.
I'm not looking, but I guarantee you I'm wearing Mudgear right now. Hang on. Shit, I'm not. I'm wearing my waffle socks. Damn it! I wear Mudgear pretty honestly. Like, that's all I wear, day or night, absolutely. Whatever. I have these goofy waffle socks. I don't know why I put those on today. What shoes did you run? Are those the Ultras?
I use Ultras.
Tell me what you like about the Ultras.
Good cap toe, good for getting the mud out, drains well. A lot of fun to wear.
Right. Not a Tough Mudder sponsor, but a good shoe. You see you've got the Merrills?
Oh, yeah. We know.
So you guys are all rocking the Merrills.
We know.
So does Merrill and, E-Rock personally visit you guys? Like, he'll just knock on the door and come over with,
We just met the Merrill people, and they just said they would come to our house often.
Merrill people are good people. Let me see who's here today. I know a lot of these guys.
So now, do you travel?
Of course, yeah, I travel quite a bit.
Yeah, to all the Tough Mudders.
Well, I do a lot of ops races, not just Tough Mudder. Okay. But
hey, how you doing?
Funny that.
Results, where are they at? Y'all know?
Looking for the results. Help this guy.
Now, which other races do you like?
Do I like? Well, the big ones, right? Savage is great. Have you done Savage yet?
I've done 6 Savages.
Savage is phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Savage, I think, honestly, and Mudder are probably my favorite. Spartan doesn't do enough unique obstacles. It's kind of the same. A lot of heavy carries, a lot of blah blah blah.
Now, Savage, is that on the West Coast? Because
they're not there yet, but they're smart. They haven't moved because a lot of companies just try to be everywhere at once, and then they blow up. Savage is slowly they add a couple cities every year.
Okay.
She's looking at me. I'm not quite sure if she trusts me still.
I'm trying to figure you out.
All right, so we just found out that you worship
Elvis Presley.
Elvis Aaron Presley. Why is his name misspelled on his tombstone?
He's not dead.
Yeah, that's right. People don't want to think he's really dead.
When I was a kid, so you're probably a little bit older than me, not much, right?
Yeah.
He died when I was 2, I think. Did he die in 1974?
Yeah, because 77.
Yeah,
77.
Yeah, 77 he died, so I was 5.
Yeah.
Right?
I was in 6th grade.
Okay, so I remember they were selling all this memorabilia on TV in the late 70s, early 80s, and it was like, why is his name misspelled on his thing? Like, as if somehow that proves that he's alive. Yeah. How is a bad spelling somehow, how they don't even, those two things don't even connect.
I know. I think
it does if it's a secret message to the fans.
Yeah.
We all knew about it.
The fans.
In the underground, we knew that the signal was the misspelling of a name. That was the cue.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Can you, if you had a gun to your head, name your top 3 or top 5 Elvis Presley songs?
American Trilogy, Love Me Tender.
Right.
Blue Hawaii.
Wow, she knows them.
Viva Las Vegas, and How Great Thou Art.
Wow. Now, would you ever change those orders? For me, let me just say what I mean. So if you said to me, Matt, what's your favorite Beatles album? It depends on my mood.
Okay.
You could be I could be going through a Sgt. Pepper phase. I could be going through a White Album phase.
Yeah. No, American Trilogy is the #1 song of Elvis.
Just hands down.
Hands down.
Do you want to hum a few bars?
No, I will not. I cannot sing at all. No.
Not even in the shower? You don't sing?
No. You do not want to hear me sing.
Okay, now, is it true what I heard about Love Me Tender?
What'd you hear?
That he can't sing it the same way twice?
I have heard that.
Right?
I have, yes. But in the movie, if you watch it, he sings it over and over the same way, the best way.
But that's a track, though.
Yeah.
That's a...
Yeah. No, but almost all of his, if you go to the impersonators,
Right.
they're supposed to do it just like him.
Right.
Never a show is sung the same way. Like they'll put in the, how he does the splits in one, the
Right.
Suspicious Minds.
Right.
He might not do it the next.
We can go on together.
That's right. That's it.
With suspicious mind.
Are you an Elvis fan?
Of course. Am I an Elvis fan? Do I like ice cream? Am I an American?
Okay.
Am I an Elvis fan? Are you kidding me?
You see, my dad is the one who brought us up on Elvis.
Well, I don't know, like anybody, like maybe it's lost some of its luster now, right?
No. They are actually making a movie right now.
No, but I'm saying that like people younger than say 30, maybe they don't, but I think anybody born from like when I was on, like how you not...
They're going to bring him back.
You think so?
No, there is actually right now someone is working on
Because you know who they have? You know who the younger kids have? They have Michael Jackson. I feel like that's their Elvis.
That's probably true, but they're going to bring him back. They're going to do a hologram and take him on tour. And then also, they did Tupac that way. And now
They took Tupac on tour as a hologram?
Holograms brought him to Coachella.
No, they did
Yes,
not.
they did. You can YouTube it, and you will see Tupac performing at Coachella 2 years ago.
Okay.
And then
let me ask. Okay.
Leonardo DiCaprio is going to be playing Elvis, and they're making an Elvis movie for the big screen.
How is Leonardo going to play the fat Elvis?
He's not. He's going to play the young Elvis, the
Okay.
middle-aged.
Who's going to play the fat Elvis, do you think?
I don't think they'll put the fat Elvis in. They're going to end
The depressing Elvis?
I think they're going to leave that part behind.
Okay. Who is better, Tupac or Biggie?
Tupac.
Okay, why?
He had more community with the African Americans. They loved him. Yeah. Biggie was really good too. Did you see Straight Outta Compton?
Of course.
Okay. What they sing about Tupac.
Right?
Yeah. No, I love Tupac.
You're getting ready to pick sides. You're getting ready to get us in a gang war. That's
All right.
BootCamp is supposed to be about community.
Can I leave here with a Tough Mudder BootCamp t-shirt?
Yes.
Do you have tanks? If you have tanks, I would take that for my wife because she always wants something, and then she's mad. She doesn't want a regular one. She wants a hood. She wants a tank. My wife, because my wife started lifting.
Okay.
Changed her life.
Oh.
So I've been doing this stuff for 5 or 6 years. She's not really into it. I mean, she's come to race with me, but it's never been her thing. She was what I call your average treadmill mom.
Mm-hmm.
And then her friend, he'll take those for sure. Her friend got a coach and a lifting coach and an eating, and then she did too, and it's changed her life. She's a different person. Let's ask the young man. What do you think? How do you think is mommy different since she started like lifting weights? All right, he's gonna be a kid and not know how to answer.
I bet she's more confident.
Everything.
Yeah.
After 3 kids, got her body back,
and feeling strong.
and you know what else? Looks better, right? Looks kind of hot again. You know what I'm saying?
I think strong is the absolute new skinny.
Right?
I think it looks good.
Where in Georgia?
It's empowering.
I think so too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, we've covered it all. We've covered Elvis. We've covered Tupac. We've covered Tupac. If there's free stuff to get, Jackson will take it.
Yeah, let him have it. Yeah. Do you ever go East Coast, West Coast?
The last time I was actually, Tough Mudder was supposed to have an event in January and it got rained out.
Okay.
So that was the last.
I didn't know it could rain out.
I know you wouldn't think so, but if look at this guy, he's gonna make it to the top. Oh yay!
Dude, I did that. I made it 1.5.
Yeah, I don't think I'd make it that far. Yeah, people say like as a joke, but when it's so muddy that the vehicles can't get to the back of the course, that's really what it's about.
There he is.
Yeah.
Where'd you go? I went to go get some swag.
Yeah.
Gotta get my race.
All right, well, listen, I will send you. We'll get your. Can you just say your email and then I'll send it to you?
It's Lorraine, so LORR.KIEFFER@toughmudderbootcamp.com.
Francis Lackner from Chicago, Illinois.
And what do people also know you as?
Santa's little helper, or the guy with the rose.
Now, is it true that... Wait a minute. You know, I was just remembering, you haven't been on the show yet, have you?
No.
But you were in a super creepy video that we made.
Yes.
That was money, that video.
Meryl.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, you just told me Worlds will be 100, which is kind of awesome.
Yes.
But unlike most hundreds, you're going to have to wait a while to do it. You know what I mean? Like, usually you do it, you're going to have to wait till the end of it, and then get
crowned.
Your glory. Now, you said we shouldn't use the Jeff Corvelle. Sean Corvelle said we shouldn't use the term crown because it's not really about royalty. He says, what's the word he uses? Look how cool Jackson looks, by the way. He got gear.
Covered up and down in Tough Mudder gear.
Right. So did you try to convince Dad to actually do the race with you today? Do the event with you today?
Yes.
And he said no?
Yes, a long time ago.
A long time ago.
What? Why did you say no? Are you Francis Sr.?
No, I'm Francis Jr., actually, and that's because our middle name is different. So he is Francis. I'm Francis Jr.
He's not the third?
No. Different middle name.
I didn't name you.
That's how the rules work?
That's how the rules
If
work.
not the same middle name, so he's starting over.
He's starting over.
So you never called him Trip or anything like that?
Nope.
Right?
Yeah.
Trip kind of suits you. So what do you call this outfit you're wearing?
It's a rose suit.
And what is it? Does it represent anything in particular?
One more day above the roses. Every day that you wake up and you're alive, breathing, sun shining or not, it's a good day to be alive.
Are you listening to this?
Above the roses.
Are you listening to this, Jackson? This guy, that's some serious wisdom right there.
And it comes on a t-shirt.
Look at that. Now, I used to just say every day above dirt is a good day, but I like above the roses. It kind of gives it kind of a
flair.
Yes. How is our friend Jason doing?
He's doing good.
By the way, I don't know him as Jason. You may know him as Jason. I know him as Harley Armstrong and another fake name I gave him.
Yo, he's doing great, actually. He just got clearance yesterday to start running again.
Okay.
So he's now starting to ramp up running again for hopefully to run at Worlds.
Okay.
No.
He's got his coach, one of his coach teammates says no.
Correct. Yeah.
The guy who's in charge of his entry fee.
The guy who's in charge of his entry fee. Oh, that could be that too. Now, do you have a goal at World's Toughest Mudder, a mileage goal or any kind of goal, a happiness goal?
I sure do. The goal I have this year is to lend a hand 10,000 times.
That's a lot.
It is. I will not be going for any sort of mileage. We will be on course for the 25 or 24 plus hours solely helping people.
Now, will you stick to say Everest or will you move around?
The goal right now is to move around a couple obstacles, but we have to wait and see what
the obstacles
is going to do to kind of play with us and try and make it more challenging.
Now, I just talked to Nolan, and he says there's going to be a lot more on and off than last year.
Sounds
It's going to be much more what do you call it?
I have no idea.
Since I got your dad here, I have to ask him, what do you think of this young man's adventures?
I think it's great, personally. I mean, he's doing exactly what I hoped he would.
Which is?
Challenge himself. And he's doing a great job of it.
Now, you've got a few more gray hairs than me. Dare I say white?
I've probably been around a little longer, too.
So is there anything you can impart on me? Because here's my young man, and I have another one, and I have a girl. I don't know.
Well, girls can do this.
No, of course. But I'm just saying, if you want to give any good dad advice, what would you say?
Oh, challenge them all the time when they're growing up. Not just with physical. Try to challenge them spiritually, mentally. You know, wouldn't you?
Sure.
Okay.
He said, challenge them.
I think that is one of the best things you could say to anyone, just in life, is don't give up. Don't do the norm, day in and day out. Try and challenge yourself every day. Sean Kerrville always says, do something for the first time once a week. Challenge yourself once a week to do something that scares you, that puts that fear in you, and make yourself a little bit better as often as you can. And it may not be something overly challenging, but it can still be something that just gives you that little extra oomph of life.
I think that's great. That's a great piece of wisdom. Now, I have to ask, when you're not muttering, what else are you doing in the world?
First off, work, which is designing and engineering semi-trucks. And then I do a lot of artwork.
Okay.
Specifically for More Heart Than Scars.
How did I not know that?
Yeah.
By the way, so this tiny bit of wind that you're hearing, it's the reason I don't like using this phone. I forgot my, thing for my microphone. This tiny bit of wind that we're not even noticing at all will sound horrible on here. That's why it's going to be like, I've been watching this woman take a selfie of herself right there for about 5 minutes. That's why you saw me distracted earlier. She's getting every angle. Watch. Does she like that one? Let's see if she liked that one. Nope. Now I gotta get the side booty.
Yep.
Okay.
Gotta get the profile shot.
Get the profile shot.
Oh, someone's in the background. Gotta retake it.
Right. Now I'm telling you, this has easily been going on for 5 minutes. Let's see. Did she like that one? Nope. Another one.
3/4.
Now listen, I'm someone that takes a lot of selfies, but wow, she is.
She's doing it. She's making sure she got up. Peace.
Now with the peace sign. Let's look and see how those came out. Oh, I think she's finally got enough.
Nailed it. Got it.
So I did not know you did. You know I'm tight with Nubs.
Yep.
He's my homie.
Yeah. So yeah, all the Warrior Wednesday artwork I do that every week.
That's super cool. How did you connect with him?
It was because of when they first started doing the Warrior Wednesday, writing 22 on the hands. I started doing it because I actually lost a friend to suicide, and so that really hit me close to home. And so it kind of helped remind me each week to kind of recenter myself of having more heart than scars. Because while I don't have a lot of external scars, a lot of mine are internal and emotional. So it really helped me to recenter each week and to help kind of push me to be a little bit better each week, every day.
Can we leave, Jackson said.
4.5 to 5.
I've been promising him every time, like, we're going to leave a promise, and then I keep seeing people. Well, you know what, Jackson? We're going to get some food, so you just got to be a little bit more patient. Look at all this free stuff you got.
Leave me alone.
It's not worth it.
All right, where were we? Okay, I'm sorry. He's very temperamental, that young man.
Aren't we all?
All right. Well, are we gonna get Nubs out here like Pitt or anything?
I think we might be able to convince him to come out for Worlds.
Yeah?
Yeah. Be on site, cheering, spectating. I think we can get him out here.
All right. Well, thanks for talking to me, dude.
No problem.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Hey, that's going to do it. Tough Mudder, Georgia 2018 Bouckaert Farms. Guess what's this weekend is, guys? Beta testing. Yes, I know you're jealous. Beta testing. So I'm going to go do it. I won't be able to tell you what happens at it, but it's going to be exciting. I'm kind of in full mode WTM fever, by the way. Going there, talking to Nolan, talking to people, kind of figuring out where things are going to be. We're in full moon fever over WTM bros down here in the ATL. And yes, it's getting cold. Bring lots of layers. Bring lots of wetsuits? No. Bring lots of layers. If you haven't heard my feelings on this, you don't want to travel with them. You don't want to be getting in and out of wetsuits. But my personal thing, you go for the 3-2, you add layers. I've written articles about that. I should link that too. Okay, enough about that. Follow us on the social channels. Leave us a review on iTunes. Oh, Spartan this weekend too. So yeah, we'll have a Spartan tent up on Saturday. I may or may not make that on Saturday afternoon after testing. And then I'll be there Sunday. Say hi to Peter, say hi to me, maybe win some stuff. Okay, thanks for listening. As always, did I mention join Patreon? I gotta run.